Alright folks, and so it begins. Let me turn it down so I don't have my normal phone mount here, so you're kind of on the vent, so I don't know what else it's going to do. It's probably going to be all wavy. So we're just going to do this for a little bit here. I'm real familiar with this area. It's where I lived for the last 15 years. So anyway, I am on my way. This is my first trip out. I'm going down to the DC.
Turn left on Mill Avenue. Toll booth ahead.
I'm going down to the DC to
Continue on this road for 6.5 miles.
really, okay, this GPS is effed. Anyway, so I'm making my way down to the DC. I gotta stop and get some fuel. There in Burbank, right off 83. And then I'm gonna head over to the DC, and my driver manager is going to, he's my driver manager and also my whatchamacallit manager, the project manager. Anyway, we're going to go over there, and he's gonna set me up and show me everything I need to know about delivering stuff at the Dollar Trees. My first Dollar Trees are both on Pearl Road. One's in Middleburg Heights, and I know where that's at, and the other one is down in Brunswick. I also know where that's at. It's been really, really gray, nasty, cold, and cloudy here. Today the sun's shining, the sky's blue. Lots of clouds, but not as nearly as nasty as it's been. It's still kind of chilly out here, though. It's not super warm, but it's not too bad. So I'm going to do my disclaimer. As you all know, I don't look at the camera whenever I'm driving. I don't respond to the text and stuff like that. I keep my eyes on the road. So I will go back and try to review it later. So if you've got something to say or whatever, I will go back and try to comment on it later. But as for right now, I don't do it while I'm out in the truck. It's all a one-touch operation. Camera on, camera off kind of deal. So the leaves are finally starting to change here. Hopefully it doesn't get too cold and it doesn't put them in a frost, because if it puts them in a frost, then we're going to be out of luck. They're just all going to fall off, and that's going to be that. But yeah, as for right now, though, they're really starting to change. So I'll leave this going for a little while, and you guys can check it out. I tried to get to my truck last night. I have it parked in a spot that is gated and has a security guard, and it's got a nice big wide parking lot. They only park trucks in this section, that I park, so I don't have to work around campers and other things that people put up there, broken down vehicles and whatever. These are just trucks that come and go every day, or just about every day. And then I can leave my car there too, and it's secure as well. Yeah, I tried to get my truck yesterday. I wanted to clean it and set it all up, and it just never happened. I had just so much on my plate. It's like every minute that I thought I had a moment to get up there, I couldn't do it. So did get to spend a little time with my kid. We went out to dinner. We were going to go to her friend's dad's new restaurant, but they were super busy, and I had something to do within the hour, so we just ended up going to the local family restaurant. That was nice. And then she went back to school shortly after that, so it was nice to see her for a Thursday. I'd like to show her my truck. I hope she's up here one of these days, that I can coincide bringing her up here and letting her see the truck. But I did get a little bit of cleaning done. I did get my stuff in here. It's somewhat organized. I realized I forgot a few things, but not a big deal. Most likely, I probably won't be sleeping in the truck, but I got it set up just in case I have to. I'm not ruling out the possibility that if that's how my clock runs, or if something happens, especially with winter coming up, I've got extra clothes, extra winter clothes. I realized I forgot my snow pants. I got to throw my snow pants in here. I've got my boots. I've got extra food in here, and I do have a little refrigerator in here, so I can bring salads and stuff with me. to work, so I can still keep eating healthy. So I was very surprised that 2 weeks that I was in the truck this last time with the trainer, I didn't gain any weight. I was very pleased with myself. I was being very careful to try to watch what we were eating, and what I was eating rather, and when I got home, I was happy to see that I hadn't lost or I hadn't gained any weight. So I don't know. What else can I tell you guys? I don't know. Any who, any what. All right. These guys are going so slow, but we're just gonna stay back here. My truck will talk to me. If I get too close to something, it will tell me, hey, you're getting too close. It sets off little sensors and beeps. And it will also brake for me if I get too close to something. But I would have to be really close to something. But hopefully I'm paying attention enough that doesn't happen. Usually the case when that kind of thing happens, it's somebody cuts in front of me. The unpredictable, hey, where'd you come from kind of business. Oh, that sun feels so nice. I'm sorry you guys can't really see the road, but the way this phone's set up in the vent, it's hard to direct it. When I stop at a traffic light, I will attempt to do something to it. So here's the Elyria Shopping Center. There's a Dollar Tree here, right at this intersection. Again, you can't see it because it's on the left side, but they're also putting a new one in North Olmsted by the Aldi's that I go to there by the mall. They're going to have one there. There is one in North Olmsted, but it sits back on a shopping center that used to have a Babies R Us or Toys R Us. And when that closed up, all the stores that were around it are looking to get out and put themselves in a little busier because their anchor store's gone. These little stores, they survive because they have an anchor store. So, let's see. Potter door. That's who fixed my door. Took them a little while, but they did get it done. They come out of Columbia Station, I believe, is their main hub. Let's see. I don't know. It's getting a little warm in here. I could just turn the air off or turn the heat off. Oh, there's a Chevy coming up. Oh, I hope he gets in front of me so you can see him. Oh, it looks like John's old one, except that it's a convertible. Oh, yeah, not quite that old. Oh my gosh, folks, can you? Sort of, huh? Yeah, sorry. It is what it is, guys. Alright, so I'm going down the road here. I'll be hopping on 83. Actually, I think I gotta hop on 82 and then over to 83, but going down the road.
Speed limit reduced ahead. In 1.5 miles, turn left on Royalton Road, OH 82.
So I got the truck out and I'm on my way down to the DC. That's the distribution center for Dollar Tree. I gotta stop and put fuel in this thing. They want it full. It's only a quarter tank down, but that's fine. I'll fill it up. And then go over to DC, and I'm going to be trained as to what I need to do and the paperwork and how they want everything done. I'm hoping to get down there around noon. It's just outside of a little town called Sunbury. It's actually in a town called Marengo, Ohio, which nobody's ever heard of. So Sunbury, most people haven't heard of. Okay, I'm getting too close to this guy. That's fine. Back off. Whatever. Going down Tabitha's, past Tabitha's street back there.
In a half mile, turn left on
yellow jacket in here. Oh, goody. What am I going to do about that? Smush him. That's what we're going to do.
Speed warning.
Yeah.
No engine braking ahead.
Guess I'm not going to smush him while I'm
In a
driving.
quarter mile, turn left on Royalton Road, OH82.
I'm working on it, baby. I'm working on it.
Left curve ahead.
This is the curve I took whenever I was driving the school truck. I was in the stick shift in the 10-speed. I took this curve at 25. Yeah, the instructor was like, "What the heck?" And she's like, "You did it, but good God, woman, slow down." I'm like, "All right."
Avon Belton Road,
Oh, he's gonna
OH83.
sit where I can see him now. Good. Oh, I missed him. Doggone it. He was sitting there on that wire. I thought I had smushed him, but he must have squeezed out from underneath. Oh, now he's down by the vents. Maybe just turn the air on really cold and it'll freeze him out. Normally bugs and stuff don't bother me, but this time of year the yellow jackets are just, ugh. It's just not a place you want them to be, you know? They get mean and nasty. You don't want to be in close proximity to them. Okay, why don't you go out the window then? What that? Do that? There you go. Suck it right out the window. I think that worked. Yeah, push forward. Hopefully he went out the window and not back into my windshield. So actually, we're going to drive by school. Actually, no, I'm gonna go up 83, so not quite by school. So I did get to clean the truck a little bit. I didn't clean it as much as I wanted. I've got my bed all made up. I've got my extra clothes and
Speed warning.
my little whatchamacallit, my little porta potty, extra food, toiletries, shower stuff, you know, just in case I end up getting stuck out with winter coming up. There's a good possibility I could end up getting stuck somewhere depending on what all goes on. My first stop, I only have 2 stores to do, which is fine. They said they've been doing 3 on a normal basis, but I'm sure they're gonna give it a little bit easier to me considering this is my first stop. I'll be delivering them tomorrow, first thing in the morning. So I'll wake up early, go pick up the truck out of the storage lot, and then drive over to Cleveland. I've got a Brunswick run and a Cleveland or Middleburg Heights.
In a half mile, turn right on Avon Belton Road, OH83. Speed warning.
And then I have to go back and do, go drop off the empty trailer and pick up a loaded one and bring it back up. And then I get to go home and go to sleep in my own bed. That's the nice part of it all.
Turn right on Avon Belton Road, OH83.
Oh, I don't see the crazy bumblebee anymore, so Mr. Yellow Jacket must have made his way outside. Alright. So like I said, it's that's kind of the nice part about doing the dedicated runs. I really won't be running too far out of my element. I'm going to know most of the region that I'm at. There's a few places up in Youngstown and maybe Toledo that we have stores that I may not know. But, I'm not beyond exploring, getting to know new areas. I'm good with that. What's this guy doing? He's just kind of sitting here. Is he broken down? Oh, that's construction. Must be an equipment hauler. Yep. It's a big old flatbed. Alright, y'all. more and more of this farmland. Just they're turning it into developments left and right. There's the fuel storage tanks there. I apologize for the camera angle as I glance real quick and see it's all cattywampus on you, but you can see the pretty trees this way. You just can't see the road so great. I was happy to see when I got this truck that it had 2 mirrors on it, because my trainer's truck only had the one hood mirror. She didn't have both hood mirrors, and I like having both because they're a lot easier to glance down and be able to see what's going on. And we'll be going past the prison here, Grafton Correctional Institutes. Actually, there's a couple prisons over here, but and off we go. One's the work farm, one's the actual state facility, one's the county, I guess. The county is the work farm, I think. And then the state one is the maximum security. That's the one I was going to get a job at. I don't remember I told you I was going to go out there and be like a kitchen supervisor. And yeah, I thought about it, but all you did was just stand there and watch the inmates do all the work. I know some people would be all over that, like, oh, you get paid just to stand and watch people do all the work for you, but yeah, no, I like to actually work. I like to do stuff. This is only 50 through here. I should probably slow down a bit. It's posted 50, but the GPS is saying 55. It's not 55. It's posted at 50. This is where you got to be smarter than the equipment. Winding road. Shall we go into the song? Ready? A long and winding road. Ta, 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 ta. Yeah. That's the extent of that. Well, bobtailing right now. I don't have a trailer on, so kind of bouncing all over the place, but it is what it is. It's not rainy or windy or anything, so it's all good to go. Some of those trees off in the distance, the reds are starting to come out, so you got your different shades of green and some yellows, and the reds are starting to pop in them now, so setting off the other colors quite nicely. I'll go through my little disclaimer thing again. When I'm driving in the truck, I do not pay attention to the comments. I just start the stream up and I let it run, and then when I stop at a stop sign or a light, I shut it down when it's time. So I will try to get back. Jailhouse Tavern, I like that place. When I get a chance, I will review them and look over them, so if you make any comments, I'll try to respond to them later. But for now, you're just here for the ride. Enjoy. As Mish would say, talk amongst yourselves. This is one of those days where it's kind of cold outside, but sitting in the truck with the sun coming in, that lovely office with a view sort of feeling. Nice and warm, nice and toasty, quite comfortable. Woke up early this morning so I could set my truck up. I had planned on doing it yesterday and it just never quite got around to it, so I woke up early this morning and came up, set it all up. It's not as white. It's not dirty by any means. This truck has less than 50,000 miles on it. It was just dusty. I would like to wipe it down a little bit more. You can tell where like they spilled stuff around the cup holders and stuff like that. It's a little sticky. I just like to clean it up a little bit. Basically, it's just a matter of dusting it off, so to speak. I got some of it done, but I vacuumed the floor. It was a little gritty. I'm on 157. I'm gonna keep going this way. Ta-da. And off we go. Ooh, I think that was a skunk. I don't know what the heck that was. Black and white cat. Whatever it was very, very, very dead. Oh, here's some nice trees in through here. Can you see those? I was thinking about unloading these trailers. Some of them want unloaded like really early in the morning. And with at the end of October, our daylight savings time drops back, so it's going to be darker longer. It gets darker earlier, and it stays darker longer in the morning, and it gets darker earlier in the evening. So I started realizing that I'm going to have to figure out one of those fancy freaking headlamps. Try to find a good quality one. So I'm going to need some kind of light back in that trailer to be unloading this, because you got to see what the boxes are labeled as and whatnot, because I'll have multiple stops on this. They're not all just going to the same place. So I'm going to have to be mindful that so I'm going to have to find a good. I've got a couple of good standing lights, that would light up a good portion of the trailer, but I think I'd probably be better off with something attached to my noggin. I have a little cheap one I bought at like the dollar store, or at the cheap discount store. But the side's always falling off that one, and the control on it's just a little knob on the side. You're supposed to turn, but it doesn't always connect well. So I think I might actually have to go and get a decent one. I might even just get one of those hard hat ones like the miners use. Because if they're going to be stacking this thing from floor to ceiling, I have a feeling I will be having boxes falling on my head. Hard hat may not be a bad idea. And I also am going to have to get a decent step stool that I can keep, because again, if they're stacking floor to ceiling, get up on a step stool and lower stuff down would be a hell of a lot more sensible than just pulling a box out from down below and standing back while the Jenga box fall on top of you. Work smarter, not harder, right guys? Smarter, not harder. Are you enjoying this pretty farm country out here? Litchfield. Where my best friend when I was a little kid, when we first moved to the house over on Larchwood, Michelle, her mom, eventually moved out here to Litchfield. Roundabouts. Out the round. Well, luckily I'm only bobtailing, so the roundabout won't be a big deal. Some of these new ones they're building, man, they do not accommodate trucks very well at all. Like, what was your... reference points that some of these engineers had when they were building these things? I could see the older ones when the trucks were smaller and whatnot. Okay, I get that. But the
Speed limit reduced ahead.
But the brand new ones, come on. The brand new ones should take into accommodate all these new size trucks and the larger trucks and the larger tractors and trailers that we have now. And the trees really are
Speed limit
pretty.
reduced ahead.
Yes, darling, I know. See what I mean by this GPS? It just talks and talks and talks. Oy vey. I'll try to get you straight again. There you go. 45. I'm only doing 40. It should be good.
At the roundabout, take the second exit in a quarter mile.
Road closed ahead. Which road? Which road is closed ahead? My 83? My 83 closed ahead? Son of a gun. Doesn't tell you, it just says road closed ahead. So I guess we get to figure that out. It better not tell me after I go through the roundabout that it's closed and then I have to figure out some way of turning around and coming back. I'm gonna be a little perturbed. Be a lot perturbed. Hey, there's the Olmsted ice truck. And this is another one of the roundabouts they made us take in the truck. When we were training. Alright, here goes you. So when you take this with a full 53 footer on the back, you gotta come almost all the way up to here, practically go over into the grass.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
See? It's closed. Alright, fine. That'll suck. So we're not taking the second exit. Recalculates. If you would, please. Alrighty.
Continue on this road for 8.9 miles.
Yeah.
Speed warning.
Why? It's only 50. No, it's 55. Go ahead and change. There you go. A little slow, this one. Well, if you're just joining us, this is my first run to the distribution center. I'll go down and they're going to tell me what all I need to do and how to do the paperwork and what's what and how they unload. And then I'll pick up my load and bring it back up this way, park it in the storage lot, and then go home for the evening. Come back first thing in the morning to deliver this thing out. I think the first one delivers at like 5:30 in the morning, 7:30 in the morning, something like that. In Cleveland. So, and then the other one's in, it's 2 stops. One's in Cleveland, well, one's actually in Middlebrook Heights, and the other one's in Brunswick. So, both right off 71, Route 42 area. And, let's see, I don't know, what else can I tell you? Got my bed made, got all my stuff in the truck. Made a small list of things that I forgot to bring with me. I'll have to, nothing super important. Got extra clothes in here, extra food, my toiletries, just in case I get stuck out at night at some point. It's all set, ready to go, so I can just hop back there, go to sleep, turn around, and do it again. go to the DC though, I'm going to stop and get fuel in this thing, and then I'll go over to the DC. Our DC is in a little town called Marengo, Ohio. If you're familiar with South 71, the Polaris shopping center, that's where they built the new IKEA. Polaris shopping center, the exit right before that is Sunbury exit. Marengo is just to the east of 71. Sunbury is to the west, and then Polaris is to the south. About having the GPS on my sonar here is that it doesn't give me an idea of what my time is, like where I'm at in my logs.
Speed limit reduced ahead.
Because you have to take a half-hour break between, I don't know what they say, between 2 and 8 hours, or 6 and 8 hours, something like that. I usually do it right about the 6-hour mark. Is when I try to take mine. That just works out well for my timing for the most part. I can drive for a good 6 hours, do what I got to do, and then take my little half-hour break and be done with it. Mr. Dump Truck, get back in your lane. Thank you.
Speed limit reduced ahead. Y'all. This thing is just running us all over tarnation. I'm not happy.
Jessica brought my car back and took her car back to school. Mine needs a little bit of work done to it, so the 03 Regal has got
Speed limit reduced ahead.
it's got catalytic converter needs to be changed out, so we will be changing it out while we are also taking care of whatchamacallits, changing out the, what do you call those things, the sensors, the O2 sensors, the before and after, and then we'll also do the pipe just before the converter needs done. So those parts are supposed to come in today. I believe so. You know what? I hate to say it. I'm gonna play retard here. I don't know if I have to go in the weigh station when I'm just bobtail. I don't think I do, but since I have to go to the bathroom, I might just stop anyway and lay down. But I don't think I do. I think it's just when I have a trailer weight on me, but we'll see. I know they even had a weigh station up here. Huh. Interesting. Anyway. Guess they put it in here because all these cars use these routes, try to get away from the interstate, to get away from the weigh station. So they must have stuck one in here and said, all right, all you people trying to run heavy, taking the back roads, you don't have to worry about the weigh stations. Don't worry about it now. I'm gonna go potty. Went the wrong way, but that's okay, you ding dong. Do not enter. Of course it's do not enter. Why wouldn't it be anything but do not enter? I need you to come out. Come on out. Come on out, kiddo. Silly me. Try that again. They don't have a bathroom anyway. That's fine. Goody gumdrops. And away we go. It's come to a full complete stop since they're sitting at the weigh station with nothing better to do.
Speed limit reduced ahead.
I know, isn't it always though? The fun of going through these little tiny towns. Alright, well I hope you all are enjoying the ride. So it is what it is. I think the next traffic light I get stopped at, I'm probably going to go ahead and turn you off for a little while in case someone else is trying to stream along here. I got a couple buddies that all like to stream, so I will thank you now for joining me. I like having a company, even though I can't actually interact with you. But I will go through this later and read the comments. recognize that we're in Medina right now. You know what? Haha. I know this gas station. It's got trucks. I can go ahead and go in here and go potty. I know I can, I know I can, I know I can. Because we've actually come back here and turned around with school before. So, we're going to go ahead and do that. Are we all full back here though? I have to park around the other side? Yeah, because they got cars parked in the truck spots. Great. Okay, whatever, you ding-dongs. You suck on a million ways from Sunday. There's little car spots over here. No, nobody has those. This guy's just got a trailer dumped here. Alright, well, we're just going to be a minute, so we'll go ahead and stop here. Should leave everybody enough room to get around. Oh, you all suck. You know what? No, I'm going to have to come up this way. Somebody tries to get around that way, so I could be able to. There's a spot over here I can pull into. Some way bobtailing, it makes it fairly easy to take care of this kind of stuff, don't you know? There we go. Alright, y'all. Going inside. Nature calls. I love you. Thanks for joining me. Appreciate it. Bye, all.